I think you have to think about, Craig's career, his calling. The entirety of it has been spent in public service and in public safety. And so the important parts of that are public. And he's modeled that throughout his whole career.
So I graduated in 1974 from Belton High School, then became an officer in 1977. Worked there for about 9 years in Central Texas as a detective and in organized crime. And then in 1984, I went to work for Texas Parks and Wildlife as a game warden. I worked there 34 years, retired in 2017 as the chief or the colonel. Shortly after, I became a reserve detective for Williamson County Sheriff's Office in cold case. So July 1st, I'll have 48 years in.
I didn't think much of it when I was a child. As I got older, it's one of those things where me and him do the same thing for a living now. So it's inspired me to be in the career that I'm in.
I credit Craig with teaching me about law enforcement, what it's like to serve in law enforcement, about the uniqueness of law enforcement and police culture. And I'm forever grateful to Craig for that. He's a great mentor, very patient.
Well, when you're working with someone like Craig, a lot of us try to emulate that because you never want to tell anybody to do anything that you're not willing to do yourself, and he conveys that very, very well. And whatever the mission is, he's gonna be standing right there next to you regardless of what anybody's rank is.
I mean, he deserves everything that he gets. It's all from the sweat of his own brow. It does make me extremely proud, and that he's not pulling from theoretical experience. He could just be like, hey son, this is what happened to me, this is what I did, and this is how me and your mom took care of it afterwards, right? And that was always very helpful for me.
My family has been through a lot. I mean, as far as, and every peace officer knows this, it's the hours, it's the holidays, and it's pretty nice when you look, and despite all that, your son follows you, in your footsteps.
A big deal in our house is family. And I had a rough year last year. It was nice having him there. Yeah, there is not anything that I could say that would do that justice.
It's an absolute honor to be here today to help celebrate Craig Hunter in his 75 years of law enforcement experience. There's a couple of points that I want to get across. Number one is, no one in my career has done more for me personally than Craig Hunter. The second thing is, and I think the most important thing about Craig that I've picked up, that I've tried to emulate, is his positivity. He fought cynicism in law enforcement when, unfortunately, others have fallen prey to cynicism or had to fight against becoming cynical. Craig Hunter was a testament to positivity. Craig knew when to be very, very serious and knew when to be professional, but you can be professional and positive at the same time, and Craig Hunter taught me that. So Craig, congratulations, well earned. I'm proud to be your friend, and I'm proud to know you.
This year's Chair Award is really a high honor for me to present. In the past, and really as always being chair of the 100 Club, I've tried to keep things on an even playing field and not be personal. But this year, this award is personal. The recipient is a lifelong friend of mine. We went to school together. We started our law enforcement careers together back in the, I'll go ahead and say it, in the mid-70s. And since that time, Craig Hunter has excelled at every opportunity he's been provided. I'm so pleased, personally and professionally, to see the Chair Award this year go to Craig Hunter.